I'm very honored, very blessed انه مايكل برادلي واحد من الاهم ريستوراتور بالمنطقه او بالبلد ومعروف كتير طلع من هون وصار بالامارات وهلا عم بيوسع وطالع all the way. عنده براندز كتير معروفين اكيد اكلتوا فيهم اذا عايشين هون. عنده فرانشايز كتير معروفه and one of my favorite. فيديو حلو learning رائع تعلمت منه كتير والاهم الاهم 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 جدي كان من لبنان ونسينا اللغة هلأ عم نعلمها لأولادنا. مايكل برادلي.
My great-grandfather was born in Lebanon. My dad's father was from Tripoli, and my mother's father was from Shari. Their parents moved to South Africa. They were there in the early 90s. My mom and dad were born in South Africa, and I was born in South Africa. And at the time in South Africa, there was apartheid. If you were Italian, Lebanese, Greek, or any type of other nationality than Dutch, you had to prove to the Dutch that you had a blonde-haired, blue-eyed origin in your descendants, and then you were classed as white. Otherwise, you were classed as black. And our grandparents and my mom and dad and ourselves weren't allowed to speak Arabic. And if we were caught speaking Arabic, your family were classed as black. So that's how we were brought up. Strange, because when I traveled around the world, all the young Lebanese people my age all spoke Arabic, all of them. And it was a shame because my kids only learn what the family or your parents teach, and I only learned what my parents taught me. And it's the words, the swear words, all the food. But my kids learned the same thing. So now that my kids have, and I've got grandkids, they've got kids, I feel a yearning to teach them Arabic because it's my responsibility that my parents never taught me. I should be teaching my kids and my grandkids. So that's a big challenge for me. And my wife's also Lebanese. We've now decided we're gonna be doing that. And then I left South Africa because of the crime. I've got 3 daughters. Started a food business there. It went very well. Grew extremely good when Mandela was in jail. And then when he came out, I listed my company on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, which was a big milestone for me. And then I decided that after listing the company, making money, where would I like to take my family and live? And Australia ended up on the cards. My mother-in-law, my wife's mother, had family. They do the Crystal Car Wash. Mm-hmm. And I met her cousin, and I met his son, Anthony. And we decided Australia, the weather's the same, they play the same sport, they eat meat. I was in the meat business, steakhouse business. So I decided to move here. 21 years later, got 54 restaurants, got a blessed amount of people working for me, working together with me. We got close to 2,500 people in Australia, South Africa, and in the Middle East. We're in Dubai, we're in Abu Dhabi. We've opened Meat and Wine in London, in Mayfair. So we've been blessed, and I'm humbled to be here talking to you. And let's see what happens in the future and where we go and what we do. I think the rules, there's certain rules of success. surround yourself with good people, people who are better than you in areas where you're not. Surround yourself with those type of people. Make sure you have a clear vision, that you know where you want to go, and then have courage. Have the will and the courage to go ahead and do what you believe your vision is, and then stick to it. That's what I believe. And stick to your knitting, the same thing that you know you're good at. Don't chop and change. Stay focused on what you believe you're good at, and then everything starts falling into place slowly. And then one day you look up and you've got a organization that was one store, you've now got 10, 20 or 30, if you want to grow that big. I've had a global, international yearning in my body to go global. And I've always done it. From when I was in South Africa, I went to Egypt, Mozambique, Botswana, I opened in Harare. It was just what I wanted to do. Now that I'm in Australia, it's London, Dubai, Middle East is more where I believe the biggest growth is going to be for me in the next 3 to 5 years. I've never not felt, even though I was born in South Africa, that we're not Lebanese. The Lebanese South Africans are very close, very staunch, very God-fearing, and they care for one another. There's not a lot of Lebanese in South Africa, but growing up there, it was like a family. If you were Lebanese, every Sunday we had lunches together, we were at church on Sundays. It was that, and they kept the thread of Beirut, Lebanon, in South Africa all the way through. And even moving here to Australia, Lebanese people, wherever you go around the world, have something that I believe other people, or that everyone thinks that all their traditions and nationalities are different. But Lebanese people have a warmth, a love. It's just, I don't know how to put it. And they're all the same around the world. They're all the same. South Africa, Australia, I've been to America, I've been to England, and you meet good Lebanese people. They all have the same, something running through their blood.
Captivating.
Amazing. It is captivating. I think working, and when you work with good Lebanese people, you'll understand how warm they are, how hospitable they are, how caring they are, how hardworking they are. And they all want to get on and become better than they were before, which is a good hunger, and they're passionate about what they do. I just happen to be in the hospitality business, but I believe I'm in the people business, and we just happen to serve good meat and good steaks. That's what I do. And service is one of the key individual ingredients that I believe our business has made the business successful, and the people that we hire are the people that make it happen. And we have close to 300 to 400 young Lebanese people working in the business, and all of them are striving to be better, and it gives the business a good energy to push and to grow. So I'm always looking for good Lebanese people who want to have a career in hospitality. I love to have them part of the family.
Tell me about your shirt.
Ah, the shirt. Yes, where is it? There. Now I was traveling in Dubai, and my cousin Brent and I were shopping, and we went into, and I believe this is bought by Fashion Up, owned by Lebanese. And when we found out it was owned, we went to shop, and they were unpacking a box, and in the box was their new range, and there were only 2 of these shirts that came out of the range, and I bought one and my cousin Brent bought one. So, and every time I go to any Lebanese dinners or any Lebanese functions, I'm proud to put it on. So we started in Australia with the meat and wine. From meat and wine, I opened up Hunter and Barrel. We've got the Ribs and Burgers brand as well. I've got Italian Street Kitchen, which is an Italian brand that is in a mid range. And then I have a Lebanese brand called Elmer's. And I'm looking to grow the brands internationally into the Middle East, into Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain. We're looking at London. We're looking at Turkey and South Africa.
Could we see you in Lebanon one day?
Please God, I'd love to go to Lebanon. I would love to open a meat and wine or a Hunter and Barrel in Lebanon. It would be wonderful.
انترفيو رائع 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 رائع. على 2500 موظف، عنده 400 منهم لبنانية، وبحب يشغل اللبنانية الأوادم، وبحب يحس حاله عم بيساعد لبنان. هذا زلمة كان في يكون نساها، جده ترك لبنان، يعني خلص راحت قصة قطعت. وهذا اللي دايما بنرجع بنحكيه، بيحس في لبنان جوا وما بيعرف كيف، بيحس انه معلق بلبنانيته وما بيعرف كيف، وبيحس انه اللبنانية غير شكل وما بيعرف كيف. Again, I'm honored, I'm blessed. انبسطت كتير بهالانترفيو بهالاجتماع، وإن شاء الله إذا طرقاتنا بترجع تلتقى محل تاني، يمكن هون يمكن بلد تاني،